And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.
Hello everyone, Shanaecartwright here, Success Strategist. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you for tuning in today from wherever you are. I want to take the time to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I pray that all is well with you and your household. I pray that your day is going well and will continue to go well. Today I wanted to talk with you about 3 ways that you are hiding from your purpose. 3 ways in which you may be hiding from your purpose. I believe that many people are in a place where they constantly struggle over what they think or believe their purpose is. And me, as a child of God, I know that my purpose is something that comes from God. It is God's plan for my life. Does that mean that we don't deviate from God's plan? Absolutely not. Each and every person has their own unique purpose, and I do believe that that purpose has been given to us by our Creator, which is God. Listen to this. Psalm 57:2 declares, I cry out to God Most High, to God who fulfills his purpose for me. The key to understanding our purpose is in connection with our Creator. We have to look at our Creator to understand why we are here, what we were made for. And in doing so, not only do we understand God's purpose for our life, we can better understand who we are, how we've been uniquely and fearfully and wonderfully made. And I truly believe that when you take the time to sit down and center yourself and seek the Lord, that's when you'll be able to receive answers for why you've been put on this earth. Each and every person's character, your look, your presence, your persona, all of those things are connected and attached to your purpose. But listen to this. This is what I wanted to share with you today. There are 3 ways in which you may be hiding from your purpose, and we want you to no longer hide, but we want you to step into the light. So how are you hiding from your purpose? Watch this. Here are 3 ways in which you may be hiding from your purpose. Number 1, you avoid operating in your God-given gifts and talents. Why do we do that? I know I've done that before, where I've literally avoided operating in what I know God had called me to do. And I think today's term, what we call it, is imposter syndrome, that we don't feel worthy enough of operating in what we know and who we are. We don't believe in the person who is showing up. And so we choose not to do anything. But I want to tell you today, you cannot take that attitude nor that mindset. If you know that your gifts and talents are something that God has given you, the thing about gifts and talents is that gifts and talents were never intended for us. They were to be shared with the world. Therefore, the next time that opportunity comes, the best thing that you can do is put your best foot forward and go for it. Go for it. I don't care how ill-equipped you are, how unprepared you are. There's never going to be a best time or the perfect time to operate fully in your gifts. You just have to go for it. So I felt like I couldn't operate in these gifts. But what was happening is that I was missing out on opportunities. Here's the thing. The reason why we miss out on success is because we are afraid of failure. And because we're afraid of failure, when opportunities come, we choose to go the other way because we don't want to be embarrassed. But let me tell you something that has happened to me a couple of times. I've been embarrassed. And every now and again, we have to be embarrassed. We have to experience what it's like to fail so that we can experience success. There have been times when I have been called on to offer my gifts and my talents, but I was not prepared. And I decided I had 2 options. I could sit out or I could go forward and I guarantee you the next time, instead of having to endure that horrible embarrassment and shame, I made sure that I was ready the next time. There's no better way to be prepared than to show up. Be as prepared as you can, but go ahead and operate in those gifts and those talents. Number 2, the way you're hiding from your purpose is that you fail to see the connections between work, skill, talents, and areas you are passionate about. There is a common connection. There's a commonality between your work, your skills, your talents, and the things that you're passionate about. And maybe you've never thought about putting all those together, but I want to encourage you right now to put a list together. Put a list together of the skills. Put a list together of your talents. The work that you're doing right now in your 9 to 5 or your 8 to 4, whatever your schedule is, put a list together and see that there are commonalities in each of them. Maybe you don't see them because you feel like this is completely different from what my skill and my talent is, but I guarantee you there's going to be some connection. Maybe the connection is that in each of those areas you enjoy being in front of people. Maybe that connection is writing. Maybe some of the connections is organization or handling money. Look for the commonality in all of those areas regarding your skills, your talents, your work that you do, and the thing that you are passionate about. The thing that you're passionate about. Find the connection. Find the connection. Number 3, when opportunities present themselves, you run. And as a result, you keep questioning, what's my purpose? God, what's my purpose? Referencing what I was saying earlier, opportunities will come that will expose you to understanding your God-given purpose. But when these opportunities come, if you run, you'll never be able to open up your eyes to see what God has for you. I want to challenge you in this season of your life that if you are someone who is struggling with purpose and you're trying to understand, God, where are you leading me to? If there's an opportunity that opens, there will be a door that will open. I know it because it always happens this way. There's a door that's going to open for you. It's going to be something peculiar, something unusual, something that you had not expected. Take that opportunity. Take that opportunity. If that opportunity comes and you know within your heart of hearts that you've prayed about it, you've sought the Lord, and it's something that you possibly were waiting for, when that opportunity comes, take the opportunity. Leave all excuses on the table. Leave all inhibitions and fear. And if you have to take fear and inhibitions with you, do it scared. Do it scared and don't allow fear to keep you stuck from operating and moving in purpose. Because what's going to happen is when that door of opportunity opens, it's going to give you courage to keep going. It's going to give you insight and wisdom about who you are, about your skills, about your talents. It's going to allow other people to see you in your full glory and how you show up. And by you being obedient and taking that opportunity, you are going to be able to hear clearly what God is calling you to do, how God is moving on your behalf. You're going to be able to see your gifts and talents maybe in a way that you hadn't seen them before. You're going to be able to see your passion and how it connects with your skills and talents. And that's going to give you a better understanding of your purpose and what you've been equipped for, who you've been assigned to. Because your purpose is about pouring out your gifts and your talents so that God might get the glory. So that God may get the glory, but you live a life of full purpose. So there are so many people who die and never reach their full potential. I've known people who were wonderful artists, singers, actresses, but they died before their potential. They died before they could fully operate in their purpose. Now, they all died for various reasons, but the common theme was fear. Fear. They used so many excuses and also disclaimers as to why they couldn't operate in what they were doing. I have someone who I know personally. God rest her soul. She's gone to be with the Lord now, and I know she was a believer. An older woman, a loving mother, a loving child of God. She would give you the shirt off of her back. She could cook. Oh my goodness, she could cook. But not only could she cook, she could draw. She could look at you like I'm looking at you right now, and she could sketch your entire face, every detail from the freckle or a raised mole on your face, or any scars, anything on your face, hair. She could draw you to the T. And she would brush it off as though it was nothing. And she was operating in her purpose, but she never got to share her gift with more people. And a part of that was because of fear. A part of that was because of her second guessing herself. She also lived with a physical ailment, But I'm here to tell you today, there are people who are in the Olympics who have handicaps and have physical limitations, but they've not allowed those things to let them slow down, allow those areas of their life to keep them stuck. And I want to tell you today that God is beckoning you. God is calling you to step out of your comfort zone, stop hiding from your purpose, and to live full out. That's what I wanted to tell you today. Live full out. It may be uncomfortable, it may hurt, but this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to live your wildest dreams. There are going to be some doors that are going to open for you. There are going to be some phone calls that are going to be made, some emails that you're going to receive. Maybe I'm speaking prophetically. I don't consider myself to be a prophet, but I know just as sure as my name is Shanaecartwright, that just like I've received opportunities and calls and emails and people to send me invitations to operate in my gift, I believe that opportunity will come to you, and it will come sooner than what you realize. And instead of you waiting for the perfect moment, instead of you asking and seeking God and crying out to the Lord and then still being fearful and petrified to move and operate in it when it comes, I dare you to live up to your full and highest potential. When the email comes, respond to the email. When the opportunities come, take the opportunity. When the resume is sent and then the offer is made, take the offer. You've asked, you've prayed about it. The door will be open. And the Bible says that it will happen for those who believe. Ask and you shall receive. It will happen if you believe. It is your responsibility to walk into that opportunity. Stop hiding from your purpose. Stop hiding from your purpose. Walk full out in what God has called you to do. As I always say, a mind change equals a life change. God bless you.